I want to react to this video I just seen. Um, I got some insight on this.
Swear I always get my best thoughts when I'm like leaving the gym. You know what I mean? Or about to go into the gym. And this thought just entered my head.
Hold on. I want to talk about that before we even get to this. I swear, like the feeling after a run for me, like that body clarity is like the best feeling. So I understand what he's going through. Probably like his body is like once you done working out, that feeling is like so now when you're like, your brain is like, hey. So I understand that. Like you clear a little bit.
Ain't it hilarious how when a girl who was raised predominantly by her mom, when she's doing great in life, she gives her mother all the credit. You know,
Hmm.
she says her mom made all the right decisions for her, give her the right tools and tricks and on how to become the best woman she could possibly be in life. But the minute she starts doing bad in life and she makes bad decisions when it's regarding men or the way she talks or she has any disrespect or any problems, that's daddy's fault. But then she'll say in the same breath that her mother raised her, her daddy was never around. Okay, so how can somebody who's not around teach you something? You know what I mean? You can have a void. You can be missing something and you
That's
don't know how
important.
to behave in certain situations
That's
if
important
daddy's
though.
not around.
That's the most important
But the
part.
way you decide to speak, the way you decide to move, the way you act is contingent upon who raised you. So the bad stuff came from your mother too. You understand what I'm saying? You can't just give mommy all the credit and then give daddy all the smoke. You got to give mommy the smoke too. Because the way you decide to be disrespectful, the way you talk, the way you have no respect for men, the way you have no love for men, the way you don't know how to love and be nurturing and catering to a man, you got that shit from your mother too. You cannot learn something from somebody who's not present.
Now, I believe that his question he just asked was answered with the last statement that he gave. You cannot learn something from someone who is not present. Now, that's a problem because that's what you needed to know. I learned and I'm learning that a lot of women's problem is they're just not used to having men around. They don't understand men. And it's because they're just not used to them being around. They don't understand a man voice. They don't understand like a lot of women who weren't raised with a father around don't understand a man telling you something and that being the final say. They don't even understand that concept like at all. So now that's why when you hear women talk about submission and all this stuff, they make it sound like it's some type of slave act where they got their head down and they can't speak because they don't even get the basic concept of no. And then okay, and it's okay to just no. You know what I'm saying? They always got to talk back, always got to say the last thing, always got to add their 2 cents in. You know what I mean? With a man. So this is a problem with a lot of people because they didn't really get that guidance. So, yeah, mama can get the smoke, but a lot of the mommy issue was the daddy issue. He wasn't there. It's a statistical fact that two-parent homes do better. Like, it took me till I was an adult till I figured out that single women look at the statistics as like a diss to them. You know what I'm saying? And really, most people just is looking to be the exception to the rule. Well, no, my kid went to college. My that ain't me. But it's like, okay, it's 65 to 70% of everyone else did. You know what I mean? So what he left out is how important just being around a man is. Like this society, I'm gonna keep saying it in 100 different ways until people understand it. This society has demonized relationships. This is why everybody got the sneaky link. Don't tell me though you don't want nobody in your business, all people messy, this and third. No, it's because it's a bad thing for you to be in a relationship now. On the internet, you'll pick me if you want to be in a relationship. If you got somebody, you're unlike a lot of miserable people and they can't relate to your trauma. So you got to keep your happiness a secret. Like if you got somebody and y'all don't have no problems, you got to keep that a secret because everybody else got problems. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So this is deeper than just giving mama the smoke too. No, this is they don't understand men. Like women really don't understand men, and then they got their own ideologies and have it all figured out in their head, even though a lot of the stuff they've done hasn't worked. So you can't just give mama the smoke too and blame that because if we're really being real, they're not gonna say they got daddy issues. They're gonna blame their ex directly. He was a narcissist. He was a liar. He was a cheater. So regardless, the daddy could be zaddy. Either way, it's another man's fault. I get that part. So the smoke for mama is that she probably didn't know it either. Like you really can't give mama the smoke. You got to sit mama down and give her the guidance too. Because she didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? Because she is in the same position. She didn't have a man around. It's third generation not ever having a man around. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thoughts on this. Like I understand what he's saying to where like how you gonna blame somebody that wasn't there, but it's the understanding of what was the void. Like he mentioned the void. The void is a big thing. That's what leads to the disrespect. That's what leads to a lot of the stuff. It's not just mama. Because a lot of times women are doing the best they can. And they did get you to college, did get you to she did do a good job with you, but there's a void. There was a void. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just give mama the smoke. It ain't always just give mama the smoke. You got to understand the void. You know what I'm saying? And even though you got men over and over and over and over and over telling women and saying how they feel, um, they will really still just say that they have it figured out or have a direct reason why they want to blame their ex, so they will shift away from what you're saying. Women don't really care what men want. You know what I'm saying? Like, like it's really kind of crazy. Like I just seen somebody say that they could name 50 ways to be intimate other than sex. I call cap on that. I think you can name stuff, but men won't agree with all 50 of them, especially if there's no sex involved, like at all. Like, no. Like you could do 50 things with someone that you are having sex with that are intimate, but you can't do 50 things that are intimate that don't involve sex with someone who's not going to give you any. Men don't agree with that. So that's one of those things where women come up with their own ideologies without men around. And that's like the beginning of this video. Like think about that, but now think of a life like that. You know what I'm saying? Like think of a life of coming up with your own ideologies without men around. Like it's not going to work that way. Like that's just a thought about not having sex. That's just that could be a lie. Like women always lie about that. But a lifestyle of, oh, men should, men are supposed to, men, and then there's never a man to be like, no, what really they do this is this and this and this. Like they don't know. They've winged it all their own life. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. They've never had the correction of a man to understand a man, so they've made it all up. I just did a live about men wanting to be chased by women, and I talked about the fantasy that we've created for them. They know we're liars, but they don't understand that it's a whole realm we created for them to live in with our lies already there. You know what I'm saying? Like they need to they need to have their own version of red pill and blue pill, where like you take the red pill and you realize life like it's different than what you thought. Don't stop believing the lies. Like Never mind. I'm gonna just cut the video off at that point. I'm getting too deep for y'all. I thought this was just a quick reaction. We getting deep. So yeah, but he's not wrong. But he mentioned the void, and that's the biggest part. The void is the biggest part of this. You know what I'm saying?